Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we got to talk about those Sacramento Kings. And golly, are they exciting? They look actually like a formidable team, like a dark horse team in the West, one that you shouldn't be counting out. So before we continue with today's video, I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you guys think of the Sacramento Kings? And like I said, they went out and got themselves DeMar DeRozan. They got the best player that they didn't have to overpay for. He was the only, efficient, non-overpaid player that was, available for trade that could actually raise their ceiling. I'm not saying that he's like going to change everything, but I'm just saying that he helped raise the team's ceiling. So when you looked at this game, I really thought it was just a really impressive matchup. So let's talk about this game and let's get right into the videos. Like I said, subscribe, comment. Do you think the Kings are a team that should be, one that people should view as a somewhat dark horse threat? Now, if you guys haven't been following the Kings so far this season in terms, De'Aaron Fox is looking like that guy. All right, so is DeMar DeRozan. He's having a really good year. They got three 20-point per game scorers right now, including Domantas Sabonis. And then Keegan Murray having a great defensive year. And I know Kevin Huerter's just shooting lights out. Malik Monk scoring. And then you got Keon Ellis and Trey Lyles, rounding out the back end. But, man, the Sacramento Kings kicked off their 2024 to 2025 season with a 3-2 record after getting a gritty win against the Hawks. And you could say, is this the year that the Kings break through those pesky first round of the playoffs and get them back to being a team that's threatening after a couple seasons of showcase glimpses of greatness fueled by one of the best offenses in the league? Their defensive struggles have kept them from reaching their full potential, in my opinion. If we just want to go back to the 22 to 23 season, the Kings put up a show, wrapping up the regular season with a 48-34 record, snagging the third seed in a tough Western Conference. Under coach Mike Brown, stars like De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis turned Sacramento's offense into its powerhouse, leading the league with an impressive average of 120.7 points per game. They played at a breakneck pace, moved the ball expertly, and scored from everywhere, making them a blast to watch. But on the defensive side, not so much. The Kings ranked 25th in points allowed. 118.1 was their total points allowed, and they struggled to make key stops, especially in the first round playoff series matchup against the Golden State Warriors. They pushed the defending champs to Game 7, but those defensive laps ultimately cost them, and their postseason dreams crashed. Now, last year in the 2023 to 24 season, some improvement still, was seen, but they still fell short. Some might have said it was, a step backwards, but really I thought they got better defensively. As they entered the 2023 season, 23 to 24 season, hope was alive for a more balanced team. And while they made strides, it wasn't enough. Sacramento finished with a 46-36 record, ended with the 9th seed in the Western Conference. Offensively, they stayed strong, averaging 116 points per game, and improved their defensive ranking to 14th with a defensive rating of 115.2. There was signs of progress, especially in their consistency on the defensive end, but they still lacked the edge in needing to make it a significant playoff run. And we knew Mike Brown in the offseason prior to last season had said he was willing to sacrifice some of the offense to improve in defense, and that's what we saw. Fan excitement obviously has grown. The attendance is more consistent. The community belief in the team's potential is amazing. Sacramento's home game buzzed with optimism for the beam to be lit, and fans hoped to witness the beam being lit, which means they won. Now, looking at the season so far. In the current season, the Kings have jumped out to a 3-2 start, punctuated by a quality win against the Atlanta Hawks. I know a lot of people are going to be like, it's the Atlanta Hawks. But De'Aaron Fox was on fire, racking up a season-high 31 points, while newcomer DeMar DeRozan added 27 points, his 5th straight game with over 20 points. The chemistry between Fox and DeRozan gives the Kings a lethal duo for late game situations, something that they've desperately needed in past seasons. No offense to Sabonis, he's not the best clutch guy. Domantas Sabonis continues to obviously be dominant in the paint, though his foul trouble against Atlanta highlighted how essential he is for the team, but also shows his shortcomings on defense. Defensively, the Kings looked more engaged, snagging 9 steals and keeping Trae Young's shooting in check. Their intensity is crucial if Sacramento wants to turn regular season success into deep playoff runs. However, they still face challenges as Atlanta's late game push revealed some ongoing defensive lapses. Sacramento's victory over the Hawks also highlighted the depth of the team. Trey Lyles made some important defensive plays, while Keegan Murray provided much needed energy and support on both ends. Obviously, what's next for the Kings? The Kings' early season performances suggest they might be ready to break free from past patterns, but key questions linger. Can Coach Mike Brown keep them focused on defense throughout the long season? Will De'Aaron Fox and DeMar DeRozan continue to deliver in crunch time against tough defenses? Can they have a bench be a strength of theirs amid the grind of the season? Will their shooting be enough? If Sacramento wants to go beyond the first round of the playoffs, they need to nail down their defensive strategies and stay consistent from start to finish. Offensively, their prowess will always be part of their identity, but true contenders know that solid defense matters just as much. As I've always said, the last 30 or 20 years, the top offenses and defenses in the NBA have always, it's been like, okay, if you have a top offense or if you have a top defense, if you have a top 10 offense and a top 15 defense, or vice versa, a top 10 defense and a top 15 offense, you more than likely will make it to at least the conference finals, if not the NBA finals. Ultimately, the Kings' journey to success hinges on their ability to play both ends of the court effectively. If their promising start continues and adjustments are made to cover weak spots, they might just rewrite their postseason narrative. For now, they've shown they can compete, but can they conquer? That's going to be the biggest question to see as the season continues to unfold. What are your guys' thoughts? I do think it's interesting to watch, especially from the outsider viewer end, that I have no allegiance to any of this team. So my question is, I don't know. I heard a sound. Did not like it. It was long. It was loud. I'm in my condo by myself. And when you hear something loud, anywhere you're by yourself, you're just kind of like, not the sound you want to hear. Not the sound you want to hear. But yeah, that's it. I don't know if you guys agree with me or you guys are just going to be like, this guy's a schmuck. Which I know probably a bunch of you are like, this guy's a schmuck. But the schmuck is trying to explain to you guys what's going on. And yeah, I thought you guys might be interested. And I could be wrong. I mean, I don't think I am, but I could be. And yeah, that's the video. I feel like if I keep you here, that's it. Let me know if you guys agreed with what I said. I really do think the Kings are fun. I really do think there's a talent here and that you guys got to foster this. You got to foster it, because if you don't, you got to also maximize it. So when the playoffs, as the deadline comes, if you guys don't feel like Keegan's the guy, go trade for Kyle Kuzma or somebody. I'm serious. At this point, you got to. There ain't time anymore to just lollygag. And it's honestly annoying at the point that people act like the time is nigh. So that's just my 2 cents on the matter. I want to hear y'all's, if you guys agree with me or not. But yeah, bye. Hope you guys enjoy.